Welcome back, everybody, to Yu-Gi-Oh! Old School Sluggers. This is the series where David and myself play one round of Yu-Gi-Oh! And then we top it off with a story. I believe that we have not upgraded our decks, but I believe that in 2 more weeks we should be getting an upgrade soon, unless you want to gentlemen's another one.
I'll get waiting for 2 weeks. I know my deck is possible. I just need possible to win. I just need to get lucky.
Yeah, I was looking into it. Your deck is not weaker than mine, and mine's not weaker than yours. You just have not been getting the best of luck. Okay, you may begin.
I'll set a monster face down to bench mode, and then my turn.
I draw. I'm going to summon the red archer girl in attack mode, who has 1400, and I'll have her attack your face down monster.
Attack Kotodama with 1600 defense.
So I take 200. In the main phase 2, I'll set 1 card face down. It's your move.
Draw. How much did you have again?
1400.
I summon Destroyer Golem with 1500 attack.
I see.
And attack Duel monster.
I take 100. Okay.
Up your move.
Draw. I'll summon Lord Poison with 1500 and crash into Destroyer Golem. Your move.
Draw. I'll set a card. Then I will tribute Kotodama for Deep Sea Warrior. And attack directly for 1600.
I'm at 6100.
Okay.
There you go.
And my turn.
Draw.
Yes.
Well, that saves me. I summon Dark Zebra response.
How much attack?
1800.
Well, frick.
I attack Deep Sea Warrior.
On attack, I activate Begone Knave. Whenever a monster deals battle damage, return to the hand.
I'm going to chain by paying 1000 life points. 7 Tools of the Bandit.
Damn it.
My life is now at 51 and yours is at 72. I mean 78. Your move.
Draw. Oop, this is what's going downhill for me. Set an end.
I draw. Since it is a standby phase, and I do not control another card while Dark Zebra is on my field, it switches to defense position, and it cannot change position this turn.
Okay.
Next, I'll set 1 card in defense mode. It's your move.
Draw. How much does defense does?
400. 400.
I summon Neobug. Attack Dark Zebra. Yeah. Deny my turn.
I draw. I summon the 7-colored fish and attack your face down.
Bonic Vermin.
Your move.
Draw. Ugh, the fish, the darn fish.
Aren't we tied in attack points, though?
Yeah, we are. That's gonna be a problem because then I leave you face down, which I know probably has much higher than anything I have in my hand.
You know or you suspect?
I don't want to find out. I summon Fire Yaru. I attack your face down with Yaru.
You attack my Bladefly, who has 700 defense points.
Oh. And then, well, I might regret this, I might not. Neobug crashes into some kind of fish.
Okay.
Your move.
I draw. I summon Gazelle, the King of Mythical Beasts.
Oh, great. How much is that?
1,500.
Oh, boy.
And I attack Fire Yarrow, you take 200. Your move.
Draw. I'll set an end.
Draw. Gonna set a monster in defense mode and have Gazelle attack your face down.
You attack Fear Warrior with 1500 defense.
So nothing happens. Your move.
Draw. That, and then my turn.
Draw. Sacrifice. Board Red Eyes Black Dragon. And I attack your face down.
Marin, when destroy, shuffle into the deck.
Your move.
Draw. Set an end.
Draw. I attack your face down again.
Sasuke Samurai.
Your move.
Draw. Set an end.
Draw. Attack your face down.
Mortal Cool.
Your move.
Draw. Your move.
Draw. I summon Urabi. I'll have Red Eyes attack Beaver Warrior. And then Urabi will attack you for 15. Your move.
Yeah, boy, set an end.
Draw. I'll set a monster. Then I'll have Red Eyes attack your set. Then Urabi will attack for 15. You are at 46. Your move.
How much does the Robbie have?
1,500.
I banish the Susuke Samurai to summon Sylphid and attack summon Sylphid. Oh, then attack Urabi. 1700 attack.
I take 200. I'm at 49.
Wish that helped me, but it doesn't really do much in my turn.
Draw. I summon Taihon.
Okay.
Sylphid only activates its effect to discard if it's destroyed by battle, right?
Yeah.
So if I flip up the Man-Eater Bug... and
Well,
destroy-
fuck. That's game, isn't it? That's game.
with Sylphid, yeah, that's game.
Fuck. I set a monster. Then in my turn.
I draw. I too will set a monster, but I'll also set a card, and it's your move.
Set. And end.
I draw. Alright, you have two monsters on the field. I must begin an assault. I flip summon my Iron Blacksmith Godets. Its flip effect will activate, allowing me to add an equipment magic card to my hand.
Okay.
I add Wicked Breaking Flambridge Bow.
How much did I give it?
500. So,
So how much does I have now?
it's currently at 500 right now. I haven't equipped it yet, it just adds it to my hand.
Okay.
I'll then summon Shining Angel. After that, I'm going to pay the cost to activate it, which is discarding Dark World Thorns to activate Bow, targeting Shining Angel, which makes its attack points become 1900. In addition, monsters who are destroyed by battle with the Shining Angel will have their effects negated.
Okay.
And I'm going to have Shining Angel attack your face down farthest from the deck.
Cool Evolution! You take 100 damage.
Fuck. Your move.
Wait. Draw? You serious?
Yeah?
You're not gonna have your other monster attack my face?
Yeah, it's fucking 500. Do you think I'm gonna risk that?
Fair point. Although, maybe you should have. You know why?
Why?
That's because I attribute Cocoon Evolution and Grand Majuda Iza.
Oh my gosh.
I summon Wing Weaver. I will attack your middle monster. What's it called again?
That's so I
Yeah, I
take
attack that.
2250.
Yeah, I'm not letting you keep. I'm not letting you keep two monsters on the field.
Okay.
Yeah, then and then end my turn.
I draw. I'm gonna set a card, switch Shining Angel into defense mode, and set a monster in defense mode. Your move.
Draw. Wing Weaver will attack your face down monster.
You attack my Dark King of the Abyss.
Okay. Main phase 2. I'll set a monster, then end my turn.
During the end phase, I'm going to activate Power of Babel as Chain Link 1 and Time Seal as Chain Link 2. Your draw phase on the next turn is skipped.
I hate you.
It's my turn. I'll switch Shining Angel into attack position, put another monster in defense position, and have Shining Angel attack your face down.
Dragon Piper.
Your move.
What does Babu do?
Each time a spell card resolves, I put one counter on it. When the fourth spell counter is placed, I send it to the graveyard, and then whoever placed the fourth spell counter, meaning whoever activated the fourth resolved spell, takes 3,000 points of damage.
I remember that now. I don't think it'll be a mistake. Well, maybe not. You might not have enough, but we'll see. Wing Weaver will attack Shining Angel.
So I'm going to take 850. Then Shining Angel's effect will activate, special summoning a light monster from the deck. By the way, did you draw? Because you're not supposed to.
I didn't.
Okay, good. Ceremonial Bell.
What do you summon?
Ceremonial Bell, which forces us both to reveal our hands.
Oh.
Prohibition. No, that's Inspection, isn't it?
Yes.
And Spear Cretin. Okay.
Main phase 2, I set a monster, but you already know what it is.
Spear Cretin.
My turn.
My turn. I switch Ceremonial Bell into defense position for obvious reasons. Then I'm gonna set a monster. Your move. Time to wall up.
No, I can't tell what your monsters are.
Dark Magician and Enchanting Mermaid. Good?
Wait, how much does Dark Magician have?
2,500.
Oh, wow, it's regular Wing Weaver.
Yeah, I could have summoned it, but it wouldn't do anything.
How much defense points does the bell have?
1,850. So it's a good amount.
Yeah. Okay, I summon Dark King of the Abyss. Wing Weaver will attack Ceremonial Bell.
Our hands are no longer revealed.
And Dark King of the Abyss will attack your middle face down.
0 defense.
What?
0 defense.
Okay. I will end my turn.
I draw. 7 colored fish. I'll attack the Dark King of the Abyss. So it'll take 600. You're at 74. Your move.
Draw. Okay. I summon only tank T34. Name the red attack on colored fish.
So I'll take 950.
And then only tank will attack your other face down.
How much attack does that have?
1400.
You're gonna take 400, and then 1,000 Needles' effect will activate.
What is the effect?
When it battles a monster whose attack points are lower than its defense points, it is destroyed.
And my turn.
Draw. That would have been really nice a few turns ago. I'll set a monster and end my turn.
I don't like the sound of that. I don't like the sound of that.
It's fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
Evil attacks. What's the name?
1,000 Needles.
And it's only destroy if it's lower than defense.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It wouldn't defeat Wing Weaver. That's what you're asking.
Okay, Wing Weaver destroys attack 1,000 needles. I end my turn.
I draw. Pass. Your move.
Bro, I'm gonna get Tribute Spear Cretin because I don't want to get you another monster. And summon Trent. Wing Weaver attacks your face down.
Mermaid.
And Trent attacks directly for 1,500.
I'm at 2,350.
Your move.
Go.
I draw. Activate Hard Gem Dog.
Okay, that's one
Wing
counter.
Weaver. Right. Wing Weaver attacks their face down.
Helen.
Trent attacks directly.
I'm at 852 or 7,000.
Okay, your move.
Draw. Game 2.
Alright, so now you get to choose.
I will go first, obviously. I draw.
Okay.
I set a monster in defense mode and end my turn.
I think I shuffled wrong.
Well, I don't have to tell you. Play it out.
The fuck? Hard the underdog. Set a spell. Set a monster. End my turn.
Draw.
Which say realize I'm dead.
Summon Dark Zebra. Now attack your face down.
Marin.
Well, now's your chance to shuffle. Your move.
Draw. How does Dark Deeper work again?
If I control no cards on my field during the standby phase, it switches to defense position and it cannot be changed on that turn.
And
Draw. No resistance. Blue Eyes response.
yeah, I activate the regulation of the tribe and declare dragon. So you can attack with it.
Banish a wind monster to special summon Sylphid. And Sylphid is not a dragon, but a fairy, so I'll attack you for 17.
Okay.
In the main phase 2, I will activate Drag Down to the Grave. We each show each other our hands, pick one to discard, and then we both draw one.
God damn it.
What's the card in the far that's covered up?
Paralyzing potion.
I'm gonna have you discard Paralyzing Potion, buddy.
Yeah, that one.
Then we each draw a card.
Draw. Oh, great. That's gonna fucking help.
Well, I guess I bought myself a turn. Your move.
Draw. Hard the underdog.
Doesn't Regulation of Tribe die?
Standby phase. Let's go draw phase.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Good.
Draw. Oh, fuck. Standby phase. It's gone. Then an end.
Draw. Set 1. Have Blue Eyes attack the set. Sylphid attacks for
Kokodama.
17.
Set. End.
Draw. I'll set a card. I'll flip up Bombardment Beetle. I get to see your face down, and if it's an effect monster, it's destroyed. It is not an effect monster. 17. 400.
Okay.
I think that's Begone Knave, so I'm gonna end my turn here.
I hate you. Get game. You're fucking right.
Yeah. Yay! That's the kind of stuff that you get after playing this game for a million years. Well, that was fun.
I like the 1-1 game. That's fun.
Yeah, it is. I love the new Orchis sleeves. They're gonna look so much nicer.
Oh, good. Alright.
Alright, so before we continue, please tell the audience what your topic is gonna be.
Okay. To those who are not aware... Oh, God, the light. Whatever. So, whatever, that'll do. Those who weren't aware, we got a preview for the upcoming Sonic and PC Universe crossover comic by Ian Flynn. We could get this actually happening. But it's not out yet, we just got a preview, and that's what I'm going to talk about, because the preview is already insane. I was showing it to Miguel, who didn't have much to comment on because he doesn't know about DC, which I don't blame him. So, look, here's brief explanation of what happened in the comic. It's just 4 pages, but those 4 pages are crazy. Because it literally starts off with a portal opening and freaking apocalypse. The planet Apocalypse just comes down onto Green Hill, because of course it's Green Hill.
I'm so tired of Green Hill, man. I'm so tired of it.
Yeah. Yes, many of us are. Hell's always a thing. But anyways, Apocalypse comes down. Or at least, actually not Apocalypse, on the planet. It's more like a personal spaceship for Dark Side, which is literally just his head. But yeah, that apparently. I didn't know that. Anyways, he sent Parademon to come out to attack, and Sonic and Amy and Tails to apparently fight him off. But okay, sure, I can believe that. Parademon aren't naturally super strong, so they could beat that. I do like how in the comic we do see Tails spin dash again for the first time in a while. So that's cool. And the next page is just them keep fighting on more of these parademons as boom tubes open up and become fight more and more. And then in the last page, it shows off Angel Island with Knuckles fighting them off the two. And then Darkseid orders the Sod to destroy the Master Emerald, and that's where it ends. So first, let's talk about the main thing that happened in the room. Sonic is fighting Darkseid. Of all the villains they choose for DC to, what if DC villains choose Sonic to fight? They choose the freaking God. Darkseid, no, not mention. Darkseid is a freaking God. That's really what he is. He is one of the strongest characters in all of DC Universe. There's a reason why it takes everything to defeat him, and why he seems to almost always comes close to victory. Sonic, sure, he's done a lot. I don't blame him. He's fought gods too before. Like, of course, there is Solaris. There's the End, only the End is arguable whether it's a god or force of nature. That's debatable.
The End is supposed to be also death.
Yeah, death. And then since the storybook games like canon, Merlina and Alwaja, whatever.
Eraser Jin.
Yeah, Eraser Jin, but his final form is a different name, whatever.
Alfleela Walila.
Yeah, that. Yeah, he fought Kratos before, but I found the opinion that Darkseid is nothing compared to what he has. Darkseid, my personal opinion, could solo Solaris.
Probably.
Yes, that's how great.
Well, does Darkseid exist in multiple points of time at once?
Actually, yes.
Okay, then yeah, he could solo Solaris.
The thing is, the Darkseid that we see
is an avatar.
Body, yeah.
Yeah.
It actually is an avatar, not the real Darkseid. So, you see my point here. They could beat maybe they could in theory beat the avatar, but we'll see. Especially since he already knows the target. He's all going after the Master Emerald to destroy it because apparently the Master Emerald can negate the Super Emerald, the Chaos Emerald, which he wants. But
so I have a question. Does this Darkseid have access to the anti-life equation or no?
I'm not sure yet. When the preview comic doesn't show.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't know if he has anti-life or not. If he does,
it's over.
Bye, Sonic.
Bye, Sonic. You know, it's funny because hearing all these DC crossovers, I'm thinking back to when DC did a crossover with Ruby. That was so funny.
Oh, that was something. But anyway, that's basically it for those 4 pages of preview. I'm definitely interested in the full thing now because I want to see how this goes.
I'm curious about it too. I might actually read this one.
Yeah.
For my topic, sticking to the idea of comics, well, in this case, I'm going to use manga. Due to the lack of Yu-Gi-Oh manga being released in English, we haven't had one since Arc 5, I've decided to pick up the Magic the Gathering manga, and I'm going to be honest, this is a very interesting read. What do you know about Magic the Gathering, David?
Definitely whatever I expected, if not with humans in high school. Nothing about Magic the Gathering in high school.
Okay, so there's Magic the Gathering lore books, which is the story of Ravnica, Jace, all those characters. This is the card game story.
Oh, so, okay. So basically,
like, to put it this way, the new Sky Striker manga, the Magistus manga, the new mangas like that, those are closer to like the Magic the Gathering lore books. These are closer to Yu-Gi-Oh. And
okay.
Yeah.
I know nothing done.
Okay. I've decided to read through these. Now, for those of you guys who don't know, back in the day, there was Duel Masters. Originally was just Magic the Gathering's manga, but then it got so popular it became its own card game. Which I always thought was neat. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
So for this...
Even though the rules got changed.
Yeah. So for this instance, I've decided to compare and contrast these two because I think that, while I do think that as a read, Yu-Gi-Oh is a better read, this actually has a lot of strong points that I think it does better than Yu-Gi-Oh. And I'm only into this because I'm dead serious, we haven't had a manga since Arc 5. And the Arc 5 manga let's just say that was a tragic ending. So
Yeah.
I will say there are some similarities between our main character Kano and Muto Yugi, in that they're pretty much like these nerds, like really shy nerds, and they're addicted to games. While Yugi's more addicted to like board games, puzzle games, this guy is addicted to video games and MTG, obviously. The funniest one was when he was talking about Final Fantasy VIII. He's like, "Man, I'm saving up for Final Fantasy VIII," and I'm like,
Can he actually legally say that?
"Yeah, you can say whatever you want. It's a free country." Yeah. So both books open up with a prophecy. This one talks about the tomb of the ancient pharaohs in Egypt, and this one opens up with Nostradamus' belief that on the 7th month of 1999, the world's gonna end. The main character, so Yugi and Kano, fantasizes about the main female in the opening chapters. In this case, Yugi was fantasizing about Anzu's panties. In his case, he was fantasizing about Sawatari's breasts. That was just a little funny thing. So the thing I want to compare is the first game, because I'm going to be honest, Magic's manga does the game way better than Yu-Gi-Oh did. So as much as I love Yugi versus Kaiba, you have to admit, David, that the way they showed Magic and Wizards, which is what Duel Monsters used to be called, wasn't the strongest, now was it?
It wasn't, yeah.
Would you like to tell the audience about what you remember from Yugi versus Kaiba's first duel?
I was talking about in Zero or the original?
Zero, because that's the original duel in the manga as well.
Quite frankly, I don't remember anything from Zero in the... Anything to do in Zero.
Okay. That is a perfectly fair reaction. And the reason I say that is because this duel isn't the strongest duel ever written in this series. Okay, I will give credit though. Unlike the Magic manga, they actually provide rules in the Yu-Gi-Oh manga, and I do like that. I think that the old Takahashi artwork, so like look at this crawling dragon, is much more memorable. Oh, I'll let you see it.
Yeah.
I think that's much more memorable than the old Magic the Gathering artwork. So like, let's see, what's the first card that appears in this book? The first card to appear in this book is Bad Moon. Down here. Does that stick out to you? Like, does it pop vibrantly to you?
Yeah, that doesn't stick out much as crawling. No,
Yeah.
not much as crawling dragon.
Yeah, and that is one of the things that I think this manga does wrong, and it's the fact that the artwork of the card game doesn't really stick out as much as the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. However, to be fair, this manga, which takes place in 1998, has the real-world card game to be based off, because the card game of Magic the Gathering was made in 1993, whereas at this point it was 1996, and Yu-Gi-Oh OCG doesn't come out until 99. And
Right, it all thought of the whole thing before it became real.
yeah, so the manga then cards versus cards then manga. And I want to say that the rivalry between the main character and the rival of each respective story is very, very different. Yugi versus Kaiba's rivalry begins because Kaiba steals Blue Eyes White Dragon. As I think everyone knows that's how it started, right?
Yep.
Whereas Kano wants to duel against Sawatari because, well, she said he's childish. She
Wow.
like, wow,
That's
dude.
serious.
Yeah, so the way the rivalry starts is very different. Although, I will give credit, unlike the Yu-Gi-Oh manga, which has Yugi play against the #1 ranked player in the whole world at the start, she's just somebody who does really well at a locals. And I do like that it's more down to earth that way. And one thing that this thing does for the early parts, there's no magic in it whatsoever outside of the prophecy of Nostradamus. So we cannot have like a random cheating or character living within a character saves the day type of situation. That's something that the Yu-Gi-Oh manga does though. Although one thing that I will say is that what the Magic manga does that I actually really liked is that they go into game 2 and 3.
Oh yeah, because in Yu-Gi-Oh they always do the one duel. That's it. There's no rematch, no matches, no game 2 or 3. Just the one duel.
Yep. Although I will say that when they start the duel, the guy does the most edgy shit of all time. Although I'm gonna tell you right now about Magic the Gathering's manga, okay? This story takes place before the word Chunibyo was invented.
Oh boy.
Okay, so think back about how long ago that was.
Way long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the motherfucker decides early on to call himself Cloud while playing against the rival.
Oh my. Okay.
And yes, it's a Final Fantasy reference, as they were saying all that talk about Soldier, huh?
Again, that's legally allowed?
Yeah, it's a parody. You can do that. I mean, if that was the case, they wouldn't be getting away with them calling this game Magic and Wizards now, would they?
Touche, I guess.
Yeah. So I did like that little reference. And another thing that I think was really strong in the Yu-Gi-Oh manga, however, that Magic the Gathering fails at, is they don't show the entire game, but unlike Path to the Peak, which was Pokemon's attempt at it, it's still possible to follow the damn game.
Right.
Now, to be fair, early Magic the Gathering games were really long.
Like how, like hour?
Let's just say it's not as long as Pokemon. Okay, Pokemon, nothing will ever be that fucking long.
Okay.
But if they did decide to do the entire Pokemon Magic battle, it would be longer than this entire volume.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So I understand them skipping ahead, but what they do that I actually really like is they put the actual effects on the cards. And
that's cool.
You can actually cross-reference this. The real cards are actually what's in the text, and they follow the rules. Now, once again, in defense to Yu-Gi-Oh, there was no card game to base it off of, so I'm not gonna dock Yu-Gi-Oh for that. And after our main guy, Kano, wins his first round, game 1, and by the way, this is the only win he has in this entire manga volume. He gets his ass kicked by everyone, so he's fucking worse than Yuga. In one manga volume, this fool's record is worse than Yuga's entire record in all of Sevens.
Why would they make a protagonist like that?
I don't know.
Why would be interested in maybe only gonna win one duel in the entire Brit game?
And you know what's most tragic about that is that he doesn't even win the match. He loses games 2 and 3.
Ouch.
Because he couldn't deal with the side deck. The side deck is too strong. Way too strong. Although I do like, however, that they use the real meta strategies from the era. So they're not playing like the Yu-Gi-Oh manga where they're playing the most jank of strategies of all time. No, they're using the real competitive strategies from 1998. And I think that makes the story stronger because it makes the players seem like they want to win all the time.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Now, he wins game 1 simply through rushing her. So it's not the most interesting of games. He just ramps a lot of mana to summon a bunch of creatures and then attacks her for game. Game 2, however, is where the story gets really interesting because of something called side decking. And this is something that I really wish that the Yu-Gi-Oh manga and anime did. But I can tell why they didn't. Like, think about how long some of those duels were. Imagine if there was game 2 and 3.
Oh no, they would take forever. Like, imagine how the Down fight would go.
Oh, here's the question. Yugi versus Kaiba was 5 episodes long with 4,000 life points. Imagine a scenario with 8,000 life points and a side deck.
Oh god.
How many episodes, right?
Oh, probably 10 or 15 to go do game 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe longer.
It'd be absurd. It's no shot. So again, I understand why they skip ahead to later parts of the match. They only show you the real highlight turns. And here's where I think that they go really overboard. And it's the fact that unlike Yu-Gi-Oh, they don't have a destiny draw. As a matter of fact, they even say multiple times, in this situation, I'm just going to scoop it up because he knows he can't win. So characters are more than willing to just, end the game.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah. Although he really wants to beat her because she called him childish. She got a higher grade on the test and she's just calling him out for all of that. And I think to myself, that is petty.
Yeah, it is.
So it's kind of difficult to root for him, but at the same time, I kind of get it. Okay. And so the match ends with a tie at first because she wins game 2 and he wins game 1. However, he drops his die, and then they grab each other's hands, and then they start panicking because like, wait a minute, you go to the same school as me. Because the thing is, they didn't know who the other person was because they're wearing a disguise.
Oh.
That's why Fu called himself Cloud,
Oh, okay.
because he didn't want everybody to know who he was and that he was a kid.
And I can imagine how that goes now.
Yeah, but now they know each other and they're like, man, I can't talk to him at school anymore. He's gonna know, blah, blah, blah. So she storms out everything and she leaves her deck and he brings it to her to school the next day, which is the polar opposite of what happens with Yugi and Kaiba. You know, their match ends and then
They just
Yugi steals back his
rivals.
voice. They hate each other at the end.
That too, and also don't forget, there's Soul Mind Crush, whatever it's called.
That's after Death Tea, though. There's no Mind Crush in the first match.
Okay.
But yeah, I do know where you're going with that. So he's like, wait a minute. We never got to game 3. So what do? They spend the entire manga volume basically setting the character arc. And one thing that this story actually does that I think is really cool is they actually talk about card pricing in this story. So it's like how some cards are super expensive. It's like, man, I'm tired of spending $5 for a booster pack. Which, by the way, did you know that the booster packs right now are like $40 in Magic the Gathering?
Seriously, why did it cost so much?
Because Magic is the best game according to all the masses. So people want to spend more to play it. Now, me personally, I think Yu-Gi-Oh is a better game than Magic, but I will say that on a mechanical level, I will say that Magic is a far more intricate game. And at the highest level, even I must admit, despite all my biases, that Magic the Gathering is a far more skillful game. You know, I hate saying that because it kind of burns me, but it's true. At the lowest level, Yu-Gi-Oh is a much more skillful game than Magic, but at the highest level, Magic is way harder. And so
I guess, yeah.
The way he loses match 3, though, is actually insane. He has her dead to rights, but what does she do? She activates a spell card called Armageddon that says, destroy all lands. And in Magic the Gathering, you need lands to use spells. So he has this combo that's going to let him win. And also, she has a card in this deck. Let me see if I can find it. Called... so your Dead of Night. No, it's not the one. Diabolic Edict. Nope. That is an issue. It's so hard to tell where they're each set up. Because the cards don't pop out as much as they do in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Right. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, so here's Light of Day. So she has Light of Day in her hand. You can see what I mean by they don't pop out, right?
Yeah.
And Light of Day says that black creatures, so it would be the dark type in Yu-Gi-Oh, cannot declare an attack or block. So first of all, this is more insane than Swords of Revealing Light. This is the most like side deck cards I've ever read. Because the guy's playing a mono black deck.
Then yeah, but when he stop him then.
So his goal is to burn her. The problem is he needs to use mana to burn her. But since she then goes into Armageddon, which completely ends his game plan. Which, by the way, I love how they show off Armageddon. Destroy all lands.
Okay, I think that's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, it's actually really sick. I do like this setup because it really makes it show how crazy the match is. Although, it's so weird seeing these like dramatic pages and then it cuts back to them at the table. Because they're not actually doing anything dramatic. There's no holograms. There's no magic powers.
No shadow games.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that they're gonna do cooler things later, because you don't open your story about Nostradamus' prophecy of the world being destroyed, and then not do anything with that, because that is a real cool plot point. Don't you think?
Yeah, you make a point. That's actually true.
Although I do like how though that they do this. It's like, look at how many freaking cards are on that table. That is so accurate. Because Magic the Gathering, you will play more cards on your field than Yu-Gi-Oh.
Right, that I know.
So he loses to a busted ass card. And then after losing, they shake hands. So as you can see, the rival fight here is much more pleasant. It's much cooler. They're friendly at the end.
Yeah, that's cool.
Meanwhile, let's go over to my preferred story, although I will say that these are very different stories. Yugi versus Kaiba. and how this match unfolds. So immediately I will give credit to the Yu-Gi-Oh manga. These artworks pop out so well. Don't you agree?
Yep.
So what do you think of how they used to draw Atem back in the day?
Why do they have line on his eye, like goth line?
He wears mascara.
Well, yeah, but that's like all like here. He was going all like here, like with Kiss.
No, that's eye bags because he's like pitch. It's midnight in this duel.
Yeah.
He also got his ass beat earlier in the manga by Kaiba's goons. Because that's one thing,
Oh, yeah, I
that
remember
these
that.
stories are very different. This story is nowhere near as violent as Yu-Gi-Oh is.
Figured as much.
It's like Yu-Gi-Oh characters be getting punched in the face every 5 pages. I swear, man. It really does read like that sometimes. So they have their duel, and immediately you can tell what I mean by it pops out. Like Armageddon
Okay.
looked really cool, but look at how sick this looks.
Oh yeah, this looks so much cooler than anything from the Magic.
Although I will give credit to the Magic manga, the technical play, there's actual like real finesse in here, whereas in this manga there's a lot less of that. It's a much more simple game. For example, Yugi summons Holy Elf, which is Mystical Elf in English, to protect his life. So what does Kaiba do? Well, he's gonna top deck Minotaurus and then activate Kyodaika, which is a growth, which later becomes Megamorph in the real game, to increase the attack points of Minotaurus and destroy Holy Elf. Yugi top decks into White, which is Skull Servant, and he just sets a monster and passes. And thankfully, Kaiba didn't summon anything else, otherwise he could have just lost. And then how does he get out of this situation? Well, he doesn't play a spell like Armageddon or Hatred or Library of Alexander or something broken. He just top decks the Summon Skull, summons it, and attacks over. So, while I must say that this is a much more memorable matchup to me, and look at this artwork, look at how Summon Skull used to look.
Holy fuck!
He looks crazy, right?
Yeah, it's terrifying.
Yeah, and before Duelist Kingdom, this was actually Atem's Ace. This was Yugi and Atem's boss monster. They didn't have Dark Magician yet until way later. They get it in Duelist Kingdom.
Okay.
And both stories actually do this, where they tell you how much life both players have. They tell you what they're thinking. They even do this. But one thing that the Yu-Gi-Oh manga does, and I'm surprised this story never touched on, is the fact that people cheat their ass off sometimes. Everyone in this story is playing a fair game, to my knowledge. I don't think anybody is cheating. Kaiba, on the other hand, he pulls the Blue Eyes White Dragon out of his pocket, puts it on the top of his deck, and then draws. And obviously, it's Blue Eyes. And so he summons.
Wow, that is a blatant.
It's it's crazy how much cheating was going on in this manga.
Yeah.
Also, look, this is why Yu-Gi-Oh is iconic. Look at how memorable this artwork of Blue Eyes is. Now, focus isn't very good, but it's just like, you see what I mean?
It looks amazing. Yeah.
Even blurry, it looks awesome. And fun fact, in 2024, we finally get this artwork of the card. So, so if you want to play with manga Blue Eyes, you now can. And they talk about how it's like, hey, you stole this card from me, which I think is a cooler way to start a rivalry. It's like, hey, you stole this from me and I'm going to get it back. Versus, you called me childish and I want a match in a freaking cafe in the middle of the day. Because that's the difference, right? This match takes place at midnight behind a closed door so that no one can see. Whereas their matchup has an audience at a local tournament.
Yeah, that's very different.
Yeah. And also, if you remember, in this game, if a card is sent to the graveyard by destruction, it is destroyed in real life.
Oh, I remember that part, yeah.
Which I kind of wish they would do in other manga series, but I can see why this isn't the best way to depict your children's card game.
Yeah, definitely not.
Although it would be cool to see them do the thing with Chaos Orb. If you play Magic, you'll know what that means.
Probably sure I don't, but yeah. I would, but I don't.
This is the funniest one. Blue Eyes White Dragon, the rarest card on Earth. They really hype up how rare this is. To be fair, this manga does the same thing with Black Lotus. They show off Black Lotus and they hype up how rare the freaking card is. So I'll give credit again where credit is due.
Yeah, but saying that for Blue Eyes, nope, not at all.
Well, when the card game didn't exist, you could believe this.
Yeah, true.
And so we get the famous Blue Eyes versus Summon Skull on the table. It's weird how small scale everything used to be.
Yeah.
Because now you look at the modern Yu-Gi-Oh anime and how huge all the monsters are. But here it was much more to the ground. And then I will say, again, I praise Yu-Gi-Oh for doing this. They actually go out of their way to demonstrate the entire match. They don't skip a single turn. We know exactly what cards they had the whole matchup, and we can analyze this duel at a deep level. You can't really do that with this manga because, to be fair, one of the issues of Magic is that the early game is kind of boring. Land, pass. Land, tap to cast creature, effect, maybe, otherwise no effect, pass. Then on turn 3, assuming you casted a 1/1 creature, like 1 blue and 1 of anything, you could then finally declare an attack. Because one thing Yu-Gi-Oh does is you can attack right away as soon as the thing hits the field. Magic, you have to wait a turn to declare an attack.
Right, but that's how it is in Yu-Gi-Oh now. Maybe not back then, but that's how it is now.
What do you mean?
But like, you have to wait a turn before attacking.
No, I mean for the whole game, not just going first.
Oh, never mind then.
So like, let's say I summon Blue Eyes White Dragon in Magic the Gathering, which wouldn't happen because it doesn't exist, but just for a hypothetical here, I would have to wait a whole turn before I could have declared an attack with it.
Oh, yeah, that's something.
So, and despite that, this game is actually really fast. But I can see why this would take a while to animate and draw. So, again, no shade towards the actual artist or the writers of the matches. I get why it's done this way. I just really wish we could see one entire game. I will give them credit, though, for going into Games 2 and Games 3, talking about the side deck. Because that, to me, is much more important to teach about a game than what they're doing here. And
I didn't get the important, so yeah.
Yeah. And then the way Yugi defeats Blue Eyes, do you remember how he did it?
Victoria?
No, that's in Death Tea. That's way later.
Right. No, I don't then.
So, the loyalty that Blue Eyes had towards Suburoku, which is Yugi's grandfather.
Oh, yeah, I remember that now.
Versus its destiny to fight under the orders of Kaiba were too much pressure for the Blue Eyes, so it kills itself as a result.
Oh, yeah, that happened.
And then the way Yugi defeats Blue Eyes, Kaiba here, is he top decks the Monster Reborn, activates it, revives Blue Eyes, and attacks Kaiba for game.
That's quite a great way to end it.
And then the way Yugi punishes him is by trapping him in a card and then placing him in the world of duel monsters to be tormented by creatures until he learns his lesson. And I think that what Yugi did to Kaiba there over a stolen trading card justifies to some extent why Kaiba hired a bunch of professionals to kill Yugi before challenging him to death to himself.
Yeah, I would say so, considering he's always meant to just die.
Over and over again.
Yeah.
So
I can see that too.
Your thoughts on how both of these did their first rival duel?
They both handled it pretty well in their own respective ways. Yu-Gi-Oh stuck with the headstrong rival that was kind of a jerk, kind of be with a jerk. And Magic the Gathering, they kind of went from rival to friends, which is an interesting route. So I kind of like that. They both did different ways, but they both handled those ways pretty well. So I think it's good.
I mean, what do you think about like how the card artwork is in these cases? Because you saw a little bit of them.
Yu-Gi-Oh stand out much more than anything from Magic. So gotta give it to Yu-Gi-Oh in that part.
Okay.
In terms of visuals, I have to give it all to Yu-Gi-Oh. Like Magic's visuals aren't bad. Like Apocalypse was pretty great. Not Apocalypse, Armageddon.
Yeah. But it's like, what is going on here? Like, if you told me this was Magic, I wouldn't believe you.
Right. I don't know.
It's like, what is this?
Anyway, there's that. Meanwhile, Yu-Gi-Oh's artwork is more stylistic, more dark tone. You can just tell.
Random page.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
So I would have to give the visual to Yu-Gi-Oh both things because it's just clearly better.
Visually, yeah, I think that Yu-Gi-Oh is a much stronger story. And also, as far as I'm aware, unless they reveal that our girl Sawatari has a younger sister or something, I will give credit to how they introduce like a sibling who's related to the rival. This is Mokuba's introduction. Your thoughts on his image?
He looks like a young gangster.
Dude, the shit he does in this chapter is too far, I would argue. Like,
I'm aware what he does. It's crazy.
motherfucker paid people to hold Yugi at freaking gunpoint in order to make him fight him in chess.
Yeesh, damn.
It's like, if they do that kind of stuff in this manga, I will have so much praise for it. I really will.
Well, I'm not sure, but we'll see.
I just want to know how they're gonna do the whole Nostradamus thing. Because
When did manga come out?
it's why.
Nothing, 'cause I never heard about it at all.
Well, I imagine that Magic the Gathering isn't as easy to read.
Yeah, I guess not. But that probably shit is gonna be interesting.
I am looking forward to it. Now,
Yeah.
I will say that I actually got to give credit. I love that they put a Game Gear here.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. You're not wrong, though. I'm just looking at this panel here. Like, nothing about this panel tells me this is MTG.
It doesn't. Nothing at all. It looked like another extended manga, not Magic the Gathering.
Yeah. Like, let's look at a random page. Okay. Okay. How far do I open?
There. Yeah, nothing competes against Magic.
This is Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh,
Like, that's Yu-Gi right there.
okay, sorry, but yeah, this is. Oh, you can already see that this just fits a lot more with Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's clearly noticeable. Like, I know I just said it, what I said, but still.
Yeah, even though there's no Yu-Gi-Oh on this page, you can still tell it's Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say that you were right about most things, but the difference between this one and this one is that, like, it's very blatant that Yugi only thinks of Anzu as a friend. Like, these two have feelings for each other. Like, they go on dates together in this story.
Oh, that's cool.
Although it's weird to think that despite the art style, these characters are actually younger than the Yu-Gi-Oh cast. The Yu-Gi-Oh cast is a bunch of high schoolers. These are middle schoolers.
Huh.
Which
Didn't expect that.
makes me question, why the fuck are they playing Magic then? This game is so expensive. Like, even back then, this
Yeah.
game was expensive.
Yeah, there's no way this middle school could afford a Magic the Gathering card.
Yeah. Although I do like how they reference playtesting in this as well. Like, these two specifically choose to play each other over and over again to practice for the matchup. So that because this story actually has a metagame involved, he knows that Sawatari is actually playing a mono white deck. So he's practicing against mono white for his rematch. But one thing that I actually think this does really well as well is that just practicing the matchup isn't everything. Player skill actually comes into a very important factor. I mean, holy shit. Like, none of these cards pop out, though.
Not at all. No.
It's like,
Really hard to say, actually.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. Like, cards like these ones a little bit pop out.
Yeah, that's slightly better.
Although, see, he calls himself Cloud to keep his identity a secret. And it was so funny because she does the famous "Good to see you, Cloud." That Sephiroth does.
Oh. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Like, she freaking busts his balls over this. Okay, she's out here. It's like, so all that talk about being soldier, huh? Was that all just a lie?
Nice.
I do love the Final Fantasy references. That is cute. Also, one thing that they do here, that they do later on in Yu-Gi-Oh! With Dungeon Dice Monster chapters, is they build a deck using only packs and then give it a go.
Oh, that's cool.
Although this poor guy, he loses every round. And I'm like, why? Like, why can't bro win? You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Even looking at this page, if not for the cards, would you be able to tell this is Magic?
No, not at all.
Like,
Just can't. No.
you as somebody who doesn't play, because this is actually what I want to do with you. You as someone who doesn't play Magic, what would something have to look like to be Magic to you?
Frick, I don't know. I would probably say give it more, make the card more flair. Give it at least give it the name at the top with the same border. Because I know cards have like that in the same round border. And
Yeah.
give it like
It's like,
just more. It make the card stand out more, make him bigger.
and why is the
Drawing.
title so small? It's on the freaking corner.
It's very strange. Maybe they didn't expect people to actually. Yeah, I got no clue.
Like, the thing is, the writing, I will argue that on a writing level, this is a more put together manga than the Yu-Gi-Oh manga was, but it doesn't have the imagery, it doesn't have the characters, it doesn't have the posing, it doesn't have a lot of things that I think, because I think they could have done this, had this be something that airs on TV, and people would have watched this. I think they could have done it. Because I think Magic has a strong enough pull to get people to watch an anime like this.
I think I heard something. It could be wrong, but I think I heard something about a Magic the Gathering anime recently. I could be wrong. Could very much be wrong.
Yeah, but this is what I mean by they don't ever show the entire match. Sometimes, like the game starts here, they're in the middle of the game, and then he has his game winning combo, and then it fails. But why does it fail? Well, they do my favorite thing that I wish Yu-Gi-Oh did in the manga more: negate. It's like, damn it, man. But then,
yeah.
yeah.
Is it Hasbro and Netflix are working together to make a Magic show?
But is it Magic as in like Ravnica, Jace, and the Mind Sculptor, those kind of characters?
I have no clue. Just says they're making an anime.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I mean, I do like that both manga do have like very small amounts of fan service though. It's like here we have them like in their swimming uniform. You know, it's very basic.
Yeah.
The Yu-Gi-Oh manga also does the same thing.
Didn't you say the guy started off thinking about her breast?
Well, it wasn't at the beginning, but yeah, he did think about them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, here's the Yu-Gi-Oh one. This one's pretty neat. Yeah. Like the one where he's fantasizing about Anzu's underwear. That was funny.
Yeah.
I do hope that they do follow up on the whole Nostradamus thing. Because they were talking about the end of the world. Given this takes place in 1998, I genuinely thought they were going to bring up Y2K. Because I think that would be interesting. I am curious, though, as to how this would go.
Same.
Like, I am looking forward to it. I haven't read Volume 2 yet, okay? But what the hell happened to my camera? I didn't move it.
I have no idea. Okay, so according to what it's saying, apparently it's gonna be based on the world of Magic, not like
Okay, so
not like the manga.
so Ravnica, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like they could do this, and it would be so good.
It would be cool to see.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe another point.
Oh shit!
Anyway.
There's regionals in the second volume. I haven't read it. I just flipped to a page like, oh, they're going to regionals. It's broken.
Oh, that's cool. Something to look forward to.
Yeah. So that's it for this episode of Old School Sluggers, gentlemen. Any last things to say to the audience?
No, pretty much it. Like, thank you all for watching this, and thank you all for hanging out with us story time as we talk about things we like. So, thank you all for watching.